Hey folks, Michael McGee here. Today's video starts here at home, but it don't stay here for long. Let's go! We made it to the camp. I am so excited. This is something we do every year. If you've been following the channel, you know that because you've seen us here, I think 3 years now. This will probably be the 4th video I put out of this exact trip. We come to Land Between the Lakes and hunt every year. And as you know, there's thousands of acres to hunt, so no problem with space. We got our cooker here. Boys helped me get it set up out here. We got our trailer load of stuff, and I've got my table set up here. As you can see, we've got our condiments and stuff down here with our camp dog, our sweet baby rays. We got our good old cast iron skillet, and we've got Hormel chili. Chili has become a staple on this camp out, and as you know, it's government subsidized. No fart left behind. That's what we got here, folks, and we want to keep it that way. We got a fire already going here. We're going to have some chili over that. I'm going to get some meat out here after a while and get to cooking for these boys because there's more than just my boys here already. It don't matter how early I get here. I can never be the first. But that don't matter. We're here to have a fun time. All right, as you can see, I've got a fire going here. I'm going to cook some pork over here tonight for them boys. And right there's our chili. We're going to cook chili over that fire right there. So we get rolling here. It's about 5 o'clock. I'm gonna start cooking hard about 6, and they'll probably be here about 7 or 7:30 to eat. Maybe. If they don't, I'll eat it all myself. They'll be here. All right, while the boys are hunting and the fire is building up, it's time for me to get ready for in the morning. That's my time to hunt. You non-hunters don't notice anything odd about this setup, and you bow hunters do notice something odd about this setup. If you know me, you know I'm just an odd person all the way around. I'm an odd duck. This is the last one of these arrows that I've got. Them were my favorite arrows in the whole wide world. I had them wrapped front and back with orange fletching. I never had a problem losing those arrows. I'm having trouble finding the orange wraps. That's all it takes for me to be ready to go right there, boys. Now I'll show you what's odd about this setup is this right here. I can climb my tree like that right there. I don't have to have no 100-foot rope. Let's go get them, boys. Both fires are rolling. Better scoot this back a little bit. If you remember last year's hunt, it was all about the food because it was hot. We didn't get no deer. This year, I'm hoping it's about both, the food and the deer. Let's hope. Well, maybe I had to build a little fire and kind of get these weeds burned down. Chiggers are awful bad. I decided this right here is the easiest way to take care of the chiggers in the camp. Just squirt a little of this on there, put it around there, and them weeds. That takes care of it. All right, it is time for Operation No Fart Left Behind. I got this, I've never used this before, hot with beans, no artificial ingredients. I'm gonna taste it here in a minute and see exactly how hot it is. I only got 4 cans of it. I don't wanna burn people out, but I do wanna add a little spice to the thing. All right, time for McGee to taste this. Come on, Hormel. Spicy? Hot? I barely taste just a teeny weeny bit of heat. Well, I guess they're cooking for people that don't like spiciness. To that, I'm gonna add a can of chunky beef chili with beans. Angus beef chili with beans. All right, let's get this on the fire. All right, it's still a little bit early yet, but I don't want to have to cook this hot in a act of desperation. I would rather cook it slow. Sliced boneless loin pork, of course. And no, it's not Mangalitsa. Yes, it's store-bought. I can't butcher a Mangalitsa and bring it out here. They would, I don't know, they would get so spoiled and people would show up from all around. I don't know. All right, I keep a trash bag on in the camp always. All right, let's run in here with some pink Himalayan salt real quick. Gonna throw that all over it. And we'll get that done. Of course, we're gonna do the camp dog. This is exactly what camp dog was intended for. I'm telling you what's the truth. I can envision people from all over wanting to come here and eat this. Oh man. All right, now I'm just gonna shut these babies down and let the heat roll a little bit. What kind of wood you cooking with, Mr. McGee? I am cooking with wild cherry. What a wood it is to cook with. And just like that, it's time to flip these babies. Look at that. Juicy and beautiful. Absolutely. We're going to take these that are farther away, move them in a little bit. Basically do a big meat swap, believe it or not. Now we'll take these here, move them back, just like this. All right, set her down and let her rip some more. All right, folks, it is not time for the people to get here yet, but I'm hungry. You won't tell them, will you? I got me some bread buttered up. I'm gonna reach in here and get one of these things and put it on me a sandwich. Oh man. When you're the cook and there ain't nobody there to tell you no. And I know you won't tell them because you can't. Some of y'all that's watching this probably gonna be here tonight and might choke me next week when you see me, but this will be in my belly long time before then. Make you want to slap your old pappy. That's good. No, it's not Mangalitsa. But Mangalitsa don't hardly get a loin that big because they're mostly fat. I feel bad for the rest of the whole world right now. Let me tell you what I've done. I nearly burnt the whole joint down. There's grease in here from Mangalitsa from when I cooked that whole hog, and I had the fire wide open and I had this up, and my hitch was up a little too high and the greases ran back. And I noticed right here on the other side of the wall from the fire, the coals had creeped underneath. The guy that built this didn't get a perfect seal at the bottom, and that grease started catching fire. You talk about a little boy getting nervous. I shut everything down and it went out, and then I dropped my hitch so that grease would drain away from that fire, but I about burnt the joint down. They've arrived. Well, at least some of them. Fixing to feed them old boogers. You catch any deers?
No. Shot one though. No, he didn't.
Boys, there's plates over there. There ain't no bowls. There's cups for chili.
Oh boy.
There's bread, mayonnaise, meat's over here in this cooker. You reckon that's enough to do you?
It'll be close. I can do with it.
Junior, you hungry?
I do a little bit.
Well, come eat a little bit then. I was afraid these boys would eat it all on you.
Oh!
Woohoo!
I didn't see that.
There's a lot of deer out this year.
Yeah.
We got the regulations up there at the thing, and I don't know why it says it in the regulations, but it says the deer density is the highest on the Tennessee side.
On the what?
Here in the Tennessee area.
That's interesting.
Nobody's been taking any crazy shots this year. That's kind of
I
weird.
could have shot a turkey through like.
I could have took a shot through a little peephole at a doe this morning.
you
Junior
shot
could have
that
taken
doe.
a shot.
No, I'm not arguing.
I could have blasted this deer's heart off, literally.
Man, we're really getting mature.
It was.
Back in 1930, there wasn't any deer around.
Man, that's a good answer because there's way more deer than there were.
Yeah.
Back then.
I talked to old men that never seen a deer until they were 30, 40 year old.
Yep.
Matter of fact, there wasn't coyotes or turkeys either.
But that's crazy. I used to think it would be turned around because there's so many hunters. I was like, oh, there's probably deer populations probably going down like crazy.
Yeah.
But there's definitely going to be way less disease if there's the more hunters there is.
Yeah. You know what actually built this herd up was when they had no doe harvest. It was all buck only. But you could kill 11 deer. You could kill 11 bucks a year.
Holy smoke.
And it still grew the population like crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
It only takes $1 to grow.
that's right.
Book that was left that was happy. Hey, my wife tricked me twice already. She texted me and was like, hey, can you please quick call me? I can't find my phone. And I so stupid. It's literally twice. The worst part was this fox could barely handle this chicken. And it like he was running with it between his front legs and just it looked hilarious because I was like 20 yards from it and he didn't drop this chicken. He was so greedy. Literally.
What did you have to shoot it with?
Shotgun.
Did you shoot it?
Yeah.
Shoot, yeah.
All right, this is day one of our hunting. I've got Joe in a tree over here beside me. I'm going to be videoing his hunt if possible. So let's do this. Well, we got down. It's about getting close to 10 o'clock, if not already 10. So we're gonna go back in. The deer that came in was a buck, Joel said. I didn't see it. All I seen was the whitetail once or twice, but it decided to go up the hill and around us. So maybe it'll come back tonight. Did you see that deer?
It was about 15 yards over there.
Really?
The big buck.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I guess it seen me.
Uh-huh.
It smelt me first. I think it was right by where we walked in there.
Uh-huh.
And I had everything ready to stand up, but I hadn't got stood up yet because as soon as I came out of the woods, and it ran straight towards me and stopped right there.
Huh.
And then it was right on the one side of the tree, and it leaned forwards and its head went behind the tree, so I stood up. I was about halfway up and it leaned back and looked at me.
Huh.
So I stood there like this, shivering. I was sort of shaking a little bit.
Yeah.
And it stood there and looked at me for a little while and then turned around and ran over there and walked down through there at about 40 yards.
Yeah.
Got over there, but it was watching me the whole time and then it trotted up the hill.
Yeah. And Joe got to stand up on it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think it was 8-point?
I thought so.
Yeah.
That other one, the 4-point.
I didn't see 2. All we seen was 1.
After that, one came walking across the hill up there
Okay.
and went out that way.
Yeah. I don't think we saw that one. All right, we made it back from the hunt, back to the camp. It's time to get cooking because the boys are going to be getting back in from their hunting all around. We'll see if anybody got a deer this morning. it was a good morning for it. I'm gonna grab some firewood here. Get this going. Wow, one left. One left. I didn't realize they would be such a hit. And we ain't even been here 24 hours yet. And I haven't had one yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat one. It's not good for a cook to be extremely hungry and cranky. They need to be happy, content, and just able to focus on cooking. There we go. What happened, mister?
So I tried to put a spot and stock on one. He just took off running across the field towards it.
That almost always goes the same way.
He got within like 180 yards of it, I think, but he said it was a small buck. I thought it looked like a yearling from where I was at, but
Yeah.
he said it was a small buck, and he just yeeted himself across the field.
Ow. Whew, that's hot. Lord have mercy. Unbelievable.
I thought he was waiting till tomorrow.
He said I'll probably come back home tonight, but come back here tonight, but you know how that goes.
They didn't blow their nose at you this time?
No, they didn't smell me or anything.
I just said it's a blow your nose thing.
They do blow through their nose.
Yeah, but that's not.
They blow through their nose, but it's not blowing their nose.
I
think
know.
quite a bit.
I mean, it is blowing their nose. If they blow through their nose, it means they're blowing their nose.
That's what I've always been told. But when you blow through your butt, they call it a fart. I don't know.
Did Moses and them not see any deer?
They said they didn't.
Said they didn't. They probably shot at a couple.
The Ryan still has the arrows.
I don't know if them taters are really done good, but it was time to eat.
It'll be.
It was starting to get hungry around here.
You can use mine if I can use yours.
Oh man.
I don't know if
You hear them coyotes last night?
Yeah.
No, we're really going at it.
I just looked over and Junior was all the way in his sleeping bag.
Maybe because it was 30 degrees.
I think Dorian was actually a little scared last night.
Why?
Just creatures and stuff.
Maybe because of what? Creatures.
He kept thinking he
No,
heard
he was worried about the
stuff.
preachers.
I thought you said preacher. I'm like, wow, Brian compared to preachers.
Yeah, there's a lot of cemeteries around here.
There's a hog trapping one.
For real?
Uh-huh.
Hey, there's still food over here, boys.
There they go, all fed up and ready to go at it again.
All right, it's time to start getting ready for tonight. What do we have here? I got some wild hog shoulders. I'm gonna open these babies up. Little breeze is blowing. Do 2 layers. Man, these babies are still somewhat frozen. Somewhat. These babies are still completely frozen. Here's what you do when you are in a situation like this and you got a huge hunk of meat, it's going to take a lot of salt. So I'm just going to go ahead and open up a new pack of salt here. This is just sea salt. Not going to use the sprinkler, we're going to use the dumper. We're going to dump it to it. If you think it's too much, think again. Flip that burst over and do it again. It looks like a lot of salt, that's actually ice. But that ice is going to help make moisture. Wild pigs don't have enough fat, no moisture. We're gonna throw the camp dog to it, baby. Both sides, camp dog all the way. All we like is wrapping it up. You see, the reason why I so dearly love foil is because it's easy. And I do like easy, let me tell you. Now we're gonna have to go the other way with longer pieces. Like that right there. So this is gonna be wrapped with 4 layers. 4 layers, that means it's got plenty of protection to keep from overheating and burning. We don't want it to burn. Leave that right there. How do you like them apples? Beautiful. Let's get them in the smoker. It just don't get much easier than this, folks. Hey, I'll just put it right there. We're gonna get the fire going a little better, get it good and warm, and shut it all down. Let it cook.
I have the truck.
Woohoo!
Sounded like a truck to me.
Did it? Not away, but like
80 yards.
Okay, 80. Here we go.
Was that 80?
83.
Yeah, I just need to drop my pen.
These boys. Archers. There's 3 of them. Sound like all 3 hit. One more for good measure. Boom. A dull thud.
Evening hunt. Let's see what happens. Walking like a bug. Let's see. Look how tender. Oh my. Tender. Oh my.
So pheasants were pretty rare, right? We were back in the woods. I'm not sure what we were doing. Probably gathering arrows for our homemade bows. We saw this nice pheasant, and we were like, "Hey, what if we cross this little guy with our bandy chickens?" So we tried to get these bandy chickens back there. Hopefully they got some pheasant chickens running around.
Pheasant chicken?
Yeah.
Wait, seriously, it actually happened?
No, we were
Oh.
wishing it would. Yeah. It never happened.
Took them to the auction and confused some people.
That's not the stupidest thing we've done. Oh my
What's the
goodness. This
stupidest
is
thing
actually
you've
a little
done?
worse.
Enlighten us.
actually. Oh my, no, this, yeah.
Yeah, we want to hear it now.
This is dumb. This is when we were little kids.
Like 16?
No,
Oh, so you weren't little kids when
we
you
were probably 10 years old, 9, 10. So one time, oh
Told enough
no,
to
this
get
is
better.
on another level. So we had rabbits, right? And we also had cats.
Oh, no!
We grew up on a farm, so we,
Kind of
I mean,
figured
we-
it out, I guess.
yeah.
There's a one tree climbing rabbit right there. Long-eared.
Oh, you know those conversations you have around a campfire that make you just want to stare deep into the fire and contemplate life?
This isn't one
This
of
is not one of those.
It
is another beautiful morning. That Joe down there. There's a squirrel just absolutely pelting us with acorns. He's having a ball. Hopefully a deer will come around here this morning. The wild hyena approaches. Coyote. He gone. He gone. There's another one coming. Uh-oh, this one's coming to me and I'm not ready to shoot. Not really coming to me. Nope. Big old coyotes. Wow. It looks like Josiah got him a deer this morning. Mighty nice. You might know Josiah's channel. He's got his own channel. You'll probably get to see this deer. Josiah, did you get this on camera?
I didn't.
You didn't?
I had my camera on, was not. It was like too small
Okay.
an area to put a camera on.
So, but you do have this hunt as far as the hunt. Okay.
Yeah, the hunt.
He's gonna have the hunt on camera anyway. It's been 20 minutes and he's still rummaging around over there. Not moving fast at all. It started over there and it worked its way, worked its way over 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. Now it's way down there, past him, out of range, and I still haven't laid eyes on it. Oh, here we go, we still on it. Oh, he's aiming far. Let's see. Sounds like he hit the ground. No, there it is. Come back over here. I'm up pretty high.
Well, he's like, hey, I need help.
All right, this is the last evening of our hunt. As you see, 3 guys there practicing their shooting. My 2 boys have already hiked into the woods and they're setting up. Hopefully kill a deer tonight. And I'm here, I'm gonna be cooking supper. This is our last supper. All we like after this is breakfast and we're out of here. I am really gonna miss our campfire talks.
All right, for supper we're gonna have chicken and we're gonna have wild pork chops. The chicken I obviously didn't raise because I don't raise it on a bag. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my buddy Owen. He cooked us chicken last night, same chicken. I bought 3 10-pound bags. He was able to cook 2 of them last night. Now we're not gonna need quite as many this time because not as many people here. But I'm gonna throw on the wild pork chops just to make for sure the boys got enough to eat. And I don't wanna cook these very fast or hard. Still got some ice on them. That's a good thing. We don't need our chicken going bad. Look at that. They didn't even cut this baby apart. He's still 2 parts of the whole chicken. Oh man, I'm tempted to leave him together. He's even got a tail. I'm gonna leave him together. And of course, as always, we're gonna go Camp Dog Cajun seasoning. These boys have been really loving this Camp Dog. One of them forgot to put it on his eggs this morning, about broke his heart. And you know what I said, bless his heart. One thing about Land Between the Lakes, close to Fort Donaldson and close to Fort Campbell, so you get a lot of that right there. Okay, so another one. Whew. Another huge thank to Mr. Joe Martin, my brother, that went and got us some more water today. We brought this full of well water, but it was gone. We drank about that much coffee, I guess, in this amount of time. So he went and got us some more water. I'm very appreciative of that. I was able to wash the pans, wash my hands. Things just go better when you got good help. Oh, and of course, don't forget the beans. There's gonna be lots of chili, and I'm gonna finish up the hot with beans. Hot with beans sounds good to me. Them boys just ain't gonna know what hits them at night about 2 o'clock in the morning when they have them. It's been a few minutes. Let's just see what's in here. Woohoo! I'm not sure how hot that actually is. It's pretty warm. Look at that. Oh, too hot to really touch. Ooh. It's still juicy. It's cooking slow. Let's look at these here. Pork chops. Pork chops. Little juice. Oh man. I'm gonna go ahead and turn them Berthas. Awful nice to have multiple fires going here. What the word, boss man? Nothing? Pick it up. Pick it up.
Somebody got one of those screw-in pegs?
No, we don't use screw-in pegs.
That ruins trees.
Try picking up right across the road from the safety zone.
All right, boys.
When I come out,
Man, I'm a little bit suspicious. There was a buck in there since I was, like, in between this morning and this evening.
oh, yeah.
I found some, like, really fresh looking rugs.
Huh.
But, I mean, it could have been that I just
There's
didn't notice
chicken
them,
and
but
wild pork in there.
All right.
You can have this one, or
All right.
get you
Yep,
one.
give it to me.
Here, there's chili in there, right here. Chili, and I'm gonna pull out the cheese and sour cream. Yes, sir.
I used to make a whole bunch.
You want a fork, Joe?
Oh, they had to be sliced pretty skinny. Yeah, even
Hey,
sliced
Joe.
pretty good.
You hungry, Joe?
You can make them really good, or
There
you
was-
can make them like that.
Thigh quarters together. They never cut them in half. So that's about. You want it? Don't taste too bad from wild pig.
And got up my tree, and about 30 minutes later, a doe comes right under my side.
You just let her have it.
That one I shot, I heard the awfulest racket, a bellowing, growling, and I could not figure out what was going on. It was the deer.
Groaning.
Finally, yeah, he was just. Finally, I seen him. He just had his head down. He was slowly walking up to the creek bed.
Before you shot him?
I shot him. I shot him and stuck him. I forget where. He just kept slowly walking, moaning and groaning. So I shot him again.
What? What was wrong with you?
I reckon something had got a hold of him.
There's no back end was eat out.
Yeah. Didn't know if the coyote got him or mountain lion or something. Got back in hanging off of him.
Got mountain lion stuff.
Yeah, I was like, man, what on earth happened? I was like, I almost wanted to get mad, but I was like, you know, they probably have a legitimate reason for taking so long.
I'm glad we saw that deer because we would not have had a legitimate reason otherwise.
Dude, that deer did not slow us down much.
Like, as soon as Bubba pulled up, I was like, you seeing it? He's like, yeah, Moses shot, and I was like, oh, sweet. My mood totally changed. At first, like, for a little bit, like,
I was like so annoyed. I literally stood in the middle of the road, dude, in a circle taking a pee. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. I stood there just did this.
There was a hunter somewhere in the woods watching.
Close to 5 minutes sitting there, and it was just looking like our way. Finally, we were just like, let's just draw and run out and shoot. We were looking at it, and we decided to do that, and we drew and run out, and there was no deer in sight.
It was just gone. It was in the middle of the field, and we took like 5 steps out after we drew, and just took 5 steps out real quick, and it was just gone. Magic trick.
Lay the rest on the table for everybody. That's a good point.
Thank you, thank you.
What do we got?
So how many people are there?
You missed the first batch earlier.
Oh, yeah, boy, I don't know what to do. I'm full.
Full and don't want to quit.
Full and don't want to quit. All right, folks, it's over. It happens that way sometimes. It's over before it starts. But anyway, we're going to get cleaned up and get out of here. The guys will be getting back into camp here directly. There's a possibility that we'll have another deer to skin. I don't know. So far, we've got 4, but my boys and I didn't account for any of that. So anyway, that's fine. I've got so much meat at the house, I don't really need meat. But definitely wanting to get these boys on a deer. We're going to pack up and get out of here. We're going to tear it all down and hit the trail. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.